Yeah, let him pass. He's a Milwaukee supporter.
Well, that's your privilege. Okay, how about the next incident?
Well, I don't know. I started to be convinced pretty early on in the case. I was looking for a motive. Where's the case if there is no motive? That's very important. So, that testimony of the people across the kid's apartment, didn't they say something about an argument, a fight between the father and this kid at around 7 o'clock? I mean, I may be wrong.
It was 8 o'clock, not 7.
8 o'clock, that's right. They heard an argument, but they couldn't hear what it was about. Then they heard the father hit the boy twice, and finally they saw the boy walk angrily out of the house. What does that prove?
Well, it doesn't exactly prove anything. It's just part of the picture. I didn't say it proved anything.
Said it revealed the motive for the killing. So did the prosecuting attorney. I don't think it's a very strong motive. This boy has been hit so many times in his life that violence, it's practically a normal state of affairs with him. I mean, I can't see 2 slaps in the face provoking him into committing murder.
Could have been 2 slaps too many. Everyone has a breaking point.
Anything else?
Well, no.
Okay, how about the next incident?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's all practically said already. I mean, this kid is 0 for 5. Look at his record. When he was 10, he was in children's court for throwing a rock at his teacher. When he was 14, he was in reform school. He had stolen a car. He has been arrested for mugging. He was picked up twice for trying to slash another teenager with a knife. They say it's real good with switch knife. This is one fine kid. One fine kid.
Ever since he was 5 years old, his father beat him up regularly. He used his fists.
So would I. Feel like that?
Wouldn't you call those beatings a motive for him to kill his father?
I don't know. It's a motive for him to be an angry kid. I'll say that.
It's these kids, the way they are nowadays. Angry, hostile. You can't do a damn thing with them. I mean, just the way they talk to you. Listen, when I was his age, I used to call my father sir. That's right, sir. You ever hear a boy call his father that anymore?
Fathers don't seem to think it's important anymore.
No? Have you got any kids?
2.
Well, I've got one. He's 20. We did everything for that boy, and what happened? When he was 9, he ran away from a fight. I saw him. I was so ashamed that I almost threw up. So I told him right out, I'm gonna make a man out of you, or I'm gonna bust you in half crying. Well, I made a man out of him all right. When he was 16, we had a battle. Hit me in the face. Big guy, you know. I haven't seen him in 2 years. Rotten kids. You work your heart out. All right, let's get on.
I think we are missing the point here. This boy, let's say he's a product of a filthy neighborhood and a broken home. He can't help that. We are here to decide whether he is guilty or innocent of murder, not to go into reasons why he grew up this way. He was born in a slum. Slums are breeding ground for criminals. I know it, so do you. It's no secret. Children from some background are potential menaces to society. Now I think that is...
brother, you can say that again. Kids who crawl out of those places are real trash. I don't want any part of it.
Listen, I've lived in a slum all my life. I learned that trash in Harlem Hospital 6 nights a week.
Oh, calm down, will ya?
I used to play in a backyard that was filled with garbage. Maybe it still smells on me.
Oh, this is not about you. Now let's be reasonable. There's nothing personal.
There is something personal. Come on now, let's not be so sensitive, fella. I didn't mean you.
This sensitivity, I can understand.
All right, fellas. Let's stop all this arguing. We're wasting time here, you know. Well, who's got something to say? It's your turn. Let's go.
Well, I didn't expect a turn. I thought you were all supposed to be convincing me. Wasn't that the idea?
Shit, I forgot that. Well, what's the difference? He's the one who's keeping us waiting here. Let's hear what he's got to say. No, just a second. We decided to do it a certain way. Let's stick to what we said. Stop saying that kid, will ya? A kid? Listen, what do you mean by that? What do you think I mean? A kid. Listen, just because I'm trying to keep this thing organized, you want to do it, you take the responsibility, I'll just shut up, that's all. What are you getting so hard about? I'm calm now. No. Don't tell me to calm down. You want to do it, you do it. You think it's snap or something? Come on, Mr. Foreman, let's see how great you will run the show. Did you ever see such a thing happen? You think it's funny or something? Hey, come on. It's so unimportant. Don't fight over this. Unimportant? You want it, right? Go ahead. Nobody wants it. Come on.
Yeah, you're doing great. Just hang in there and pitch.
Let's hear from somebody.
All right. If you want me to tell you how I feel about it right now, it's okay with me.
I don't care what you do.
All right. I haven't got anything brilliant. I only know as much as you do. According to the testimony, the boy looks guilty. Maybe he is. I sat there in court for 3 days listening while the evidence built up. Everybody sounded so positive that I started to get a peculiar feeling about this trial. I mean, nothing is that positive. I had questions I would have liked to ask. Maybe they wouldn't have meant anything, I don't know. But I started to feel that the defense counsel wasn't doing his job. He let too many things go, little things.
Oh, what little things? You know, when these people don't ask questions, that's because they know the answers for them.
Maybe. It's also possible for a lawyer to be just plain stupid, isn't it?
Looks like you've met my brother-in-law.
I kept putting myself in the boy's place. I would have asked for another lawyer, I think. I mean, if I was in trial for my life, I'd want my lawyer to tear apart the prosecution witness to shreds, or at least to try. Look, there was one alleged eyewitness to this killing. Someone else claims he heard the killing and then saw the boy running out afterwards. There was a lot of circumstantial evidence, but actually, those two witnesses were the entire case of the prosecution. Supposing they were wrong.
Supposing they were wrong? What do you mean, supposing they were wrong? What's the point of having witnesses at all?
Could they be wrong?
Well, they sat on the stand under oath. What are you trying to say?
They're only people. People make mistakes. Could they be wrong?
Well, I don't think so.
Do you know so?
Well, now listen, nobody can know a thing like that. It isn't an exact science.
That's right. It isn't.
Alright, let's try to get to the point here. What about the knife they found in the father's
Wait,
chest?
wait a minute. There are some people who haven't talked yet. I think we should allow them
They
to...
can talk whenever they want. Just be quiet a second, will you? Okay, how about the knife? The one that fine upright boy admitted buying on the night of the murder. Let's talk about that.
Alright, let's talk about it. Let's get it in here and look at it. Mr.
Come on.
Foreman, I'd like to see it
What
again.
it looks like. What are we going to get out of seeing it again?
You brought it up.
The gentleman has the right to see exhibits and evidence. Now, the knife and the way it was bought is pretty strong evidence, don't you think so?
I do.
Good. Now suppose we take these facts one at a time. 1. The boy admitted going out of the house at 8 o'clock on the night of the murder after being punched several times by his father.
He didn't say punched. He said hit. There's a difference between a slap and a punch.
After being hit several times by his father. 2. The boy went directly to a neighborhood junk shop where he bought one of those, what do you call it?
Switch knife.
A switchblade knife, thank you. 3. This wasn't what you'd call an ordinary knife. It had a very unusual carved handle. 4. The storekeeper who sold it to the boy identified the knife in court and said it was the only one of its kind he ever had in stock. 5. The boy ran into 3 friends of his in front of a diner at about 8:45. Am I correct so far?
Yes, you are.
You bet he is. Now listen to this man. He knows what he's talking about.
The boy talked with his friends for about an hour, leaving them at 9:45. During this time, they saw the knife. 6. Each of them identified the dead weapon in court as the same knife. 7. The boy returned home at about 10 o'clock. Now this is where the stories offered by the boy and the state begin to diverge slightly. He claims that he stayed home till about 11:30 and then went to one of those all-night movies. He returned home at 3:15 in the morning to find his father dead and himself arrested. Now what happened to the switch knife? This is the charming and imaginative little fable that the boy invented. He claims that the knife fell through a hole in his pocket sometime between 11:30 and 3:15 while he was on his trip to the movies, and that he never saw it again. Now this is the tale, gentlemen. I think it's quite clear that the boy never went to the movies that night. No one at the house saw him go out at 11:30. No one at the theater identified him. He couldn't even remember the name of the pictures he saw. What actually happened is this. The boy stayed home, had another fight with his father, stabbed him to death, and then fled from the house. He even remembered to wipe the knife clean of fingerprints. Everyone connected with the case identified the knife. Now are you trying to tell me that this knife really fell through a hole in the boy's pocket and someone picked it up off the street, went to the boy's house and stabbed his father with it just to be amusing?
No. I'm saying it's possible that the boy lost his knife and someone else stabbed his father with a similar knife. It's possible.
Take a look at that knife. I've never seen one like it. Neither had the storekeeper who sold it to the boy. Aren't you asking us to accept a pretty incredible coincidence?
I'm not asking anyone to accept it. I'm just saying that it's possible.
But I'm saying it's not possible.
Oh, like that.
What is this? What are you trying to do?
Yeah, what's happening here? Who the hell do you think you are, huh?
I was walking for a couple of hours last night, just thinking. I went to the boy's neighborhood. The knife comes from a little pawn shop 3 blocks from his house. It cost $6.
It's against the law to buy and sell switchblade knives.
That's right, I broke the law.
Listen, you pulled a real right trick. And supposing you tell me what it proves, maybe there are 10 knives like that, so what?
Maybe there are.
So what does that mean? Huh? You found one knife like that. What's that, the discovery of the age or something?
It would still be an incredible coincidence if someone else stabbed the father with the same kind of a knife.
That's right. He's right. The odds are 1,000,000 to 1.
It's possible.
But not very probable.
All right, fellas, let's get back to it. There's no point in milling around here.
Interesting. We did find a knife exactly like the one the boy bought.
Interesting. You think it proves anything?
Well, no.
Interesting. Now wait a minute, huh? Now, let me ask you this. How come the boy bought the knife to begin with?
Well, he claims that he bought
I know what he claims. He claims that he bought it as a present for a friend of his and that he was going to give it to him the next day because he busted the other kid's knife dropping it on the pavement.
That's right, that's what he said.
Bullshit.
The friend testified that the boy did break his knife.
And how long before the killing? 3 weeks, right? So how come our noble lad bought this knife 1/2 hour after his father smacked him and 3.5 hours before the police find it shoved in his father's chest?
Well, he wanted to give it to his friend. He just wanted to use it before that for a minute.
Well, let me ask you this. It's one of the questions I wanted to ask him for. If the boy really bought the knife to use on his father, how come he showed what was going to be the murder weapon to 3 friends of his just a couple of hours before the killing?
Listen, all of this is just talk. The boy lied and you know it.
He may have lied. Do you think he lied?
That's a stupid question, surely.
What about you? What do you think?
You know my answer. He lied.
How about you? I'm not sure.
You are not sure about what? Now wait a second. Huh? What are you, the kid's lawyer or something? Who do you think you are to start cross-examining us?
Isn't that what's supposed to happen in a jury room?
Listen, there are still 11 of us in here who think he's guilty.
Now, you're not going to accomplish anything here. If you want to be stubborn and hang this jury, go ahead. The kid will be tried again and found guilty sure as he's born.
You're probably right.
So what are you going to do about it? Come on, we can be here all night long.
It's only one night. A boy may die.
Oh, brother. Anybody got a deck of cards?
I don't think you have to make a joke about it.
Oh, well, what do you want me to do about it? Listen, I don't understand what all this stuff about the knife has to do with anything. I mean, the man saw him run out of the house. He saw him. Look, 3 of my garages are going to pot while all of you are talking here. I suggest let's just get done and get out of here.
The knife was very important to the district.
He was just 15th assistant or something. Come on, now let's stop all this arguing. We're wasting time here, you know. These side arguments only slow us up. What about it?
You're the only one.
Well, I have a proposition to make to all of you. I'm going to call for another vote. I want you 11 men to vote by secret written ballot. I'll abstain. If there are still 11 votes for guilty, I won't stand alone. We'll take a guilty verdict into the judge right now. But if anyone votes not guilty, we'll stay and talk this thing out. Well, that's all. If you want to try it, I'm ready.
Finally, you are behaving like a reasonable man.
Check, I'll buy that.
Well, now we're talking.
That sounds fair. Anyone doesn't agree? All right. Pass it around. Guilty. 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 Not guilty. What? Guilty. Boy, oh boy, how do you like that?
Another cat flaps his goddamn wings.
Oh, come on, I want to know who's it, tell me who is it.
Excuse me. This was a secret ballot. I think we agreed upon this.